Now, entry control loop, that's the for loop. We know that every loop has a four sections. The first one is the initialization, second one is the condition, the third one is the increment or decrement, and the fourth one is the body. Here we have a one for loop example which will print 0 to 4 values. Fine. Okay. Now here we have a one more change. Here you can declare the integer I equal to over here. So these are one more example of the for loop. The output of this program will be the same. You can find out the difference between program 8 and program 9. If we have a single statement in a body loop, we should not require to put a curly braces like this. It will automatically assume that the first statement after the for loop that will be inside the for loop body. So again, if we have only the one statement, we do not require to put a curly braces. So output of this program will be the very similar, just the 0 to 4 values will be printed. Break. Now here we should understand what is exactly break is. Here we have a one, if we will remove this program, this historic comment portion of the line, then the program is very simple, which is the previous program printing 0 to 4 values. We have put on this line. So again for loop will start from 0 and then it will check it, value is 3, no, then it will not go to this block, then it will go for printing the value, that's a 0, will make it I as a 1, and then again it will check it, it's a 3, no, then we'll print it over here, then 2, and whenever we have a key, that's more important, then it will go for the break. The break means what exactly means. For example, we have I equal to 0, it will work like this. I equal to 1, it will work like this. I equal to 2, it will work like this. And whenever we have a I equal to 3, then, so for example, we have a I equal to 3. Then we have a break at this place. Break. Then what it will do? Then it will come out from that entire loop. It will come out from the entire loop. So that's the basically working of this program. Let us check it. See 0, 1 and 2. After the 3, it's not going for other iteration I equal to 4 and 5. 4. That's the basically working of a break. Let us go to the now 12th program. It's a basically continue program. In this program, we have changed, instead of the break, we have put on the continue only. The working of the continue is like this. Whenever we have a whenever we have a I equal to 3, suppose we have I equal to 3 right now, and then we have a continue statement over here. Fine. Then what it will do? It will not go for the rest of the basically statements for of the loop for the I equal to 3, and then it will continue for the I equal to 4 as it is. That's the continuance. Let us check it. See, the 3 is not printed, so that's the continuance. Now here we have the basically one for loop with initialization over here. Initialization portion of the for loop is blank. Increment portion is blank. Initialization portion we have put on over here. And the increment portion we have put on it over here. This is valid loop, and it will do the same thing, just printing a basically 0 to 4. Now we have a 14 program. Here what we have done is we have put on all the blanks over here. These are valid loop. Again, the first portion is over here, the second portion is here, the third portion is here. This will also print 0 to 4. Now we have a while loop. Again, the while loop, that is a second entry control loop, we can say. We have I equal to 0, that's the initialization, then we have a condition, then body, and then increment. This loop will also print 0 to 5, 0 to 4. Exit control loop, we have a do while loop, this one known as the exit control loop. That's the initialization, then body, then increment, and then condition. So that's a basically do while loop. Output is the same, but here we have a one difference. Let us take that difference. Assume that we have a this loop, do with I equal to 5. So we have I equal to 5. We are not checking over here. This is basically known as an exit control loop. At entry time we are not checking. So for the I equal to 5, it will go over here. It will execute the statement. It will print the value of I is a 5, and then it will go for the I plus plus, the 6. Then it will check it. This is true. No, it's not true. It will not go for the repeating the loop. It will come out. If it's true, then it will go for the repeating the loop. So at least it will it will execute a one time. The do while loop will execute at least one time. That's the basically do while loop. Let us check it. See, fine. Okay. Now here, let us assume that we have a this one. So you will get a better comparison. So we have a I equal to 5. Then we are checking. That's the basically entry control loop. And at that time, we will find out that I is less than 5. No, it's not that. It's a false. It will not execute this loop at any time. It will not give you any output. See, fine. Okay, now we have the one loop remaining. There's a for each loop that is a new in a Java. Here we have a basically array. We have a marks array with a 11, 12, 13, 14 value. We want to print the value of that array. So we have an integer I which is pointing to basically marks. So initially the I will be pointing to the 11, then I will be the 12, then 13 and 14, and then we are printing that values. Now let us check it. Okay, fine. That's a one more look we have. Friends, we have seen the various control statements. With all these control statements will be frequently used by you in your industry. So do the various practice of the control statement program. Please make sure that when you will work in industry, you're supposed to work on this control statement more. So these are basically the area where you should do the more practice, assignment and communication details.